Well, I'm going to say that what I normally say at the beginning of our broadcast. Welcome everybody here on a Wednesday night, but we're not with Maple Ridge. Welcome to the new Goat Locker Racing Cruising Classics Next Gen Series. This is our first recruiting race of two recruiting races. So we're going to do the full broadcast and all that for these recruiting races. Then we're going to change it up once we actually get into the series. But we're here at Richmond tonight. We've got 100 laps. This is a open hosted session in iRacing, so sometimes these things can get a little bit crazy and caution filled. So hopefully the guys that have joined up here tonight got some good racing. But we're going to put Jamie behind the wheel of that number 15 red beard card and see what you can do tonight, Jamie.
I can't wait. This feels totally different than Richmond typically does. Being in this next gen car, it's very tight. Does not want to get down to the bottom. Usually that's not an issue at all. And then it's pushed loose off of two. So it's going to be a challenge just like it was last week at Vegas, just in a whole different direction. So uh, whoever takes care of their tires the best is probably going to win this race tonight.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of it there in practice. Just not being able to get that car down to the bottom, and then you get that push loose condition, and a lot of guys spinning off of two. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. A lot different than what we saw last week, and a little bit of short track racing here, but this is probably I'm going to call it the easiest short track out here. I mean, it's Richmond. It drives like a small mile and a half, a small D-shaped mile and a half, plenty of banking. But again, we've got a mix of drivers here tonight, so it's going to be really interesting to see how some of these new guys mix with some of the league regulars, and well, just how this race is going to go here tonight. But the starting lineup has been set. I don't know that we're going to go through the full thing, Jamie. Not for
I wouldn't.
yeah, we're
One,
not
I
doing
think
that.
it's gonna be really difficult to figure out who's actually running and who's not. So,
Yeah,
uh,
we ain't doing it.
yeah, I don't blame you. We do want to shout out. We just picked up a follower from I think that was 9GNet, I believe was the name I saw pop up there. So, appreciate the follow there.
Yeah, anybody that comes and hangs out with us, we are huge fans of yours as well. So we do truly appreciate it. But you'll see some of the Goat Locker regulars here tonight. We got about half the team out there. Obviously, I'm not in the race. Cody and Ryan couldn't be here this evening. But you'll see Jamie sitting there. Going to roll off second. I think he's going to get himself an EOL and hang out back. But I want to give everybody a shot at these new next gen cars that our very own Jamie painted up. So I'll go back to Jamie's car there, but he's running Red Beard Design Company, good veteran-owned business based here in Indiana. Been a big supporter of ours. Designed a lot of our logos for us, and Jamie's running that car for the next gen series. You'll see Alex Cruz there in our Gill Insurance Advisors number 5 machine. Then we'll go back and check in on Jake Ellingson in that number 27 Goat Locker Racing machine. And I think that's wait a minute, who else is out here tonight? Nobody else is out here.
It's me. I'm EOL.
That's right. It's you three, and three of us are not racing tonight. Got it. There's the whole team. I'm on it tonight. Not really. Because everybody kind of sees the starting lineup here tonight. We've got a lot of guys that didn't end up qualifying. We'll see who actually takes the grid here. As I'm showing 20 cars have taken the grid. We'll just kind of buzz through this real quick.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm already a big fan of our pole sitter. Uh, because he took the time to post in the chat on how to say his name, and it's pronounced Cy. So Cy Bowen is the poll winner here tonight. Appreciate it, Cy. You don't know how difficult it is sometimes to pronounce names, and people just don't want to help us out at all. So
Yeah, and
you did it without even asking, man. Appreciate it.
yeah, and I'm terrible with it. So you saved yourself a lot of pain here this evening. I am horrible. It looks like we got a couple guys running that Mountain Dew scheme there. And you'll see I see a lot of the cool paint schemes. Guys can grab off of trading paints there. I see, Jeff Gordon's Jurassic Park car back there, the one that they outlawed and said he could never bring that car back to the track.
What in the hell?
Not really sure, but Pay's car has pulled off. Get ready to take the green flag here. We got 100 laps of racing at Richmond tonight. Green flag is out, and we are underway. Good start by our pole sitter, Cy Bowen there. As he heads off into turn one, he's going to be followed by believe that's Toby Estes in the number 9 machine. We'll see Alex Cruz there in the number 5 to his outside.
Oh, we got one. Got one. He's trying to save it. He's trying to get up out of the way. He managed to get through there without causing any other trouble, I believe. The 51 car.
As we take a bigger view of the track here, you can really see a lot of these short tracks. But Cy Bowen and Toby Estes running out front right now with Go Locker Racing's own Alex Cruz running back in 3rd. Ryan Gardner is running in 4th, and Jake Ellingson has moved his car up into 5th position right now. And we are under caution. Looks like we've had Tommy Osborne has crashed. We'll go back and take a look and see what happened here. So focus here on that number 28 machine. Looks like a couple guys are wrecking in front of him, and Tommy, it just isn't able to get to the brakes hard enough. But it doesn't look like that car took much damage at all, so he should be fine.
Yeah, I guess it's just true to real life with these next-gen cars. They are very difficult to get slowed down.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that last week at Las Vegas, just trying to get into your pit stall. You're used to braking a certain way, and you're like, okay, this is my brake point to get into my pit stall. And there was a couple times during practice, I'm like, wow, this isn't working at all.
Right.
Let's see, Jamie's moved himself up there into, looks like 14th position right behind Greg Barnett. Got Tommy Osborne right behind him. There's good old Trevor McManus, winner of our truck race last week at Sonoma. Good to have him out here on a Wednesday night hanging out in these next-gen cars.
Gave himself an EOL for something. I don't know. Was he involved in that wreck, or did he just not want to be up there in the mess?
I did not see the beginning of the wreck. I caught the end of it, so not real sure, but yeah. He's back there towards the back at this point in time. There's Nate Maurer in the 971. He was last season's season 2 of the Truck Series over at Goat Locker Racing's champion. So again, good to see some of these guys coming out here. Want to build this thing up to be just as big as that Truck Series. We brought on a phenomenal new sponsor with Cruising Classics out of Columbus, Ohio. We are so super proud to have them on board and to be able to sponsor this series and really just help us continue to build Goat Locker and continue to build it even bigger and stronger. So we were super excited to announce this series. We had an absolute blast last week at Las Vegas, small test session with a few of the league members, so it's nice to open this thing up, and hopefully we'll get some good talent out of the race here tonight, Jamie.
Yeah, hopefully. It's always good to get fresh people. It's always good to get fresh people as long as they buy into what it is we do here at Goat Locker Racing.
True story. You know, if anybody saw the recruiting posters or gone to our Facebook page or checked us out on Twitch or wherever you decided to cyberstalk us, you know that we are built by veterans for veterans. We support all our military members, all veterans, all police officers, firefighters, first responders, and their families, and the families that support all of them. And that's what we stand for here at Goat Locker Racing, and that's we're so proud to have a lot of these guys that race with us that come from these backgrounds. And of course, me and you, Jamie, both retired out of the Navy as chiefs. That's where the whole Goat Locker thing came from, and I'm not going to send anybody down a history lesson during a recruiting race, but that's where it was all born from, and here we are today, launching our 4th series, getting ready to celebrate our 1st birthday tomorrow. Life's good here at Goat Locker.
Oh, come on, hold on to her, Mark. You got it, you got it. Good job.
A couple people scrambling as he got up to the wall there. Looks like everybody got cleanly by.
You did good. Yeah, you know, I guess I was a little disappointed that nobody picked up on my post yesterday. Nobody sent us cake or anything. I really thought maybe. Goodness gracious.
Looks like Mark has crashed. Let's go take a look.
We're still crashing with the caution out.
Oh, that always makes it fun.
Yeah.
We'll see Mark down in the corner here. I don't know. He's coming up off the corner, and Trevor McManus is really slow, and those two cars get together. And Mark comes to a rest there on the backstretch. So that was really strange the way that happened, and we'll see Kenneth Pack has also crashed here. We'll try to see what happened. We see the wreck happening behind us. Everybody kind of getting checked up. The 23 goes up the track for some reason, and yeah, I think you nailed it. For some reason, people decided to start crashing under caution. I gotta love these open hosted races. We are on lap number 11 of our scheduled 100 here this evening in the Cruising Classics Next Gen Series. This is recruiting race number 1. And, well, luckily enough, a lot of times what happens is we'll get a lot of cautions here in the beginning. People will start to drop out, and we'll get some good racing in. So, hopefully that's what happens here, because we still got a lot of racing left to go here this evening. And but we're under the yellow for the second time. Nobody sent cake, Jamie? Nobody.
No, nobody sent cake.
Dang. I like cake, too.
I know. I was really hoping it'd kind of be subliminal, you know?
Right.
By mentioning cake, I thought somebody'd be like, you know what? Let's send those guys some cake.
Yeah. And I'm not a fancy guy when it comes to cake either. I mean, my favorite cake in the world. Just give me a yellow cake with chocolate frosting.
There you go.
It's plain and simple. I'll smash it all day long. I actually ate half a sheet cake one time just like that. Got sick as a dog. You ever sit down with something and you just got like a fork in the pan and you don't even realize how much you've ate? I look down and
of course, yeah.
Like half the cake is gone, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel so good. And for anybody that's tuning in for the first time here this evening to kind of catch us on the Goat Locker Racing Network, one, we appreciate you tuning in on Twitch or YouTube, on your phone, computer, laptops, wherever you're tuning in. But one thing you'll probably pick up on really quickly is we don't take things too awfully serious around here. We'd like to have fun with things. We definitely love to have fun with the broadcast. So if you do something crazy on the track or we just get a rash of cautions, be prepared to be made fun of. Or we're going to pick on you because it's just going to happen.
Don't bring your feelings.
No. Trevor.
We will hurt them.
Trevor. Trevor McManus has actually brought that car down pit lane. Looks like he's trying to get some work done. Tough night for the number 9 machine here. Well, typically he's running the 9, but 24 here tonight. But we got everybody lined up 2 by 2. Coming back to the green flag. Your leader still is Cybo in there with Toby S's to his outside. Alex Cruz running back in 3rd. Ryan Gardner in 4th. Nate Mowers moved himself up into 5th. And we're off and racing one more time here. See Cy be able to get a really good start here. Sends it down off into turn 1.
Hey, can you tell me who? Oh, that's Tommy Osborne. Never mind. Okay. In this session, he's 25. Obviously, with a hosted session, can't guarantee anybody's number, so it's got 25 on his car tonight instead of his normal 28.
As we kind of pan out here a little bit to get a better view of the track and some of the action going on. We'll go back in and check in on. Let's go back in and check on last season's truck champion, Nate Maurer here. He's still stuck on the outside here, kind of getting freight train. Wanting to get that car down. Right now he's got John Anthony in the 00 underneath him, but it looks like he's going to be able to clear, so doing good. Here's old Jamie Mullins in that 66 machine. Haven't had a chance to call his number tonight, but a mainstay over here at Goat Locker Racing. As he comes out and hangs out with us, gosh, I know every single series, as a matter of fact. Awesome having him around. He's actually a retired Air Force veteran. Blast to have in the chat channel, and a ton of fun to race with. So, really glad to have him out here in the Next Gen Series with us. And Greg Barnett as well, who's been super strong here as of recently. He has really worked on his craft. And I tell you, Jamie, Greg has really found speed. I mean, we're seeing him up front more and more often nowadays.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. He was pretty stout last night too in the super late model series.
He sure was. Looks like Jake Ellingson had a little bit of a problem there. He was passed by all kinds of cars. I guess as that car stepped out from underneath him a little bit, he had to catch it. Did a great job of it. I don't see any damage to that car. So back underway we go here. And Trevor McManus gets down on the apron. Clips a couple cars. I think he's still going. Oh, well, no caution as of yet, but that car is pretty tore up. He's got to keep it going, though. Head back up front here. Looks like old Jamie Barkus is moving up through the field pretty quickly. Up to 5th already, Jamie.
I went in there and got me those 4 field goods, and everybody else stayed out, so it's really making a difference right now. I'm really cutting through traffic pretty easily.
Cy Bowen continues to lead up front. He's being contested right now. Toby Estes has come to his back bumper. So those 2 twin Mountain Dew cars are battling it out for the lead right now. Ryan Gardner's been able to move that number 22 machine up into 3rd position. Alex Cruz still running very solid. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm dead.
I thought you had it there for a moment, man. Tough break from Jamie. That,
for a brief moment. My goodness.
That'll bring us back out under
everybody.
That puts us under our 3rd caution here this evening. We're on lap number 23 of our scheduled 100 here tonight. A little bit tough of a start, but some good racing. Definitely up front here. These couple of Mountain Dew cars up front. And Cy Bowen's been doing really, really well here so far. I suspect that we'd see these guys come down. Well, no, Cy Bowen stays out. As my guess is everybody else is going to come down pit road, so I don't think he's going to like what he sees.
I'm probably going to lose a lap then if he stays out.
He stayed out, and so did Alex Cruz. And it looks like those are the only 2 that stayed out. Interesting strategy here.
Would it be a bad move if I gave myself a wave around?
Nope.
Oh, they're going to pit road. Or at least, yeah, there they go. They must have missed it. Pit road was open.
Well, that's a terrible break right there.
Man. Well, folks, that was all on me. Car just got a little loose on me going in the corner, and it's hard to save these next-gen cars.
It really, really is. I mean, once these cars get, just a little bit sideways, the minute you try to correct them a little bit, they just snap around. So I mean, you got to be really skilled, or I think moreover, just get really lucky to catch one of them.
Yeah. I tried to just stay off the gas pedal and see if it would kind of correct on its own. Problem was, when it got to the exit of 2, it just snapped to the right on me, so that was definitely weird.
Well, we are a quarter of a way through this race right now. We are now on lap number 26 of our scheduled 100 here this evening. Again, this is the Cruising Classics Next Gen Series. Could not be happier to have Cruising Classics on board. Awesome. Good to see you, Papa Ellingson. Always love to have the support of the Ellingson family and all that they've done for Goat Locker Racing. Of course, you see Jake out here running with us all the time. Jake actually heads up our ARCA series on Sunday night. He's been an awesome addition to the team. Comes from a very military background. A lot of his family served in the military, and Jake's quite the racer himself. He does some time trial stuff with his truck, and then of course we've got Peg and Ellingson, which we're on her car for the second year in a row. She runs Bandoleros up there, so awesome to have the Ellingson family on board, and we truly appreciate them. Well, it's going to be interesting to see now, because now we're going to have Cybo and Well back into the field, along with Alex Cruz, to see how these two guys are going to be able to cut up through the field, with everybody really on equal tire strategy. So
Yeah, that's where they're going to have the most trouble. I was able to make up a lot of ground there with the fresh tires, but with everybody being pretty equal, it'd be tough for them to make passes here.
But Toby Estes has got control of this race with Nate Maurer to his outside, Ryan Gardner, Briley Wright, John Anthony round out the top 5. And there goes Toby Estes. Great jump on the start there. We are back underway. See that 9 machine pull away just a little bit here.
Oh, we got a wreck. That's the 20.
Oh yeah, I see Cybo in his crash. Let me go back and take a look and see what happened there. Those we see they're three wide when we're catching the action. Can't. Yep, they are 3 wide. He comes off the corner, gets loose, tries to catch it up into the outside wall. He goes. And here comes Trevor McManus to finish him off there. So again, just like we were talking about before, the car gets a little sideways. Try to correct it. It snaps into the outside wall. And tough break there for Cy Bowen, as he was leading this race for quite some time. Shuffled back to the back because of the pits there, and then just gets crossed up. We'll head back up front here.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Trevor McManus has put his car on a trailer. Headed for the house.
Not surprising. Pretty rough night for Trevor there. Again, what a dominant performance out of him last week at the Truck Series race at Sonoma. Won in very dominating fashion. Mark Holyfield there obviously has used up his fast repair and used up all the body panels on that car. There is no front end, no hood. There's not a straight piece of sheet metal on that car, Mark. But I believe they've still got 17 cars on the track, all 17 cars on the lead lap. Had a handful of cars that have backed out, put the cars on the trailer, and went home for this evening. But still a decent little crowd here tonight. We'll see how some of these other guys end up faring out. Go back in and check out Cy Bowen, who used that fast repair. He's got a brand new looking 20 machine. In-race reporter Jamie Barkus there in the number 15 Red Beard machine. Alex Cruz in our Gill Insurance Advisors car. Gosh, sure, and all the Goat Locker Racing's hanging out together in 11th, 12th, and 13th. It's like you guys planned it or something.
I think we gave Mark too many waiver rounds.
You absolutely did.
Is he lined up at the front?
Well, it's showing him as the leader and everybody else on the lead lap, not a lap down, but in front of the leader.
All right, Mark, we gave you too many waiver rounds, so go down pit road.
Yeah, you'll have to delay the start. Just another fun Wednesday here at Go Locker Racing.
Hey, Jay, can you delay the start, please?
Just let Mark know to park it there on pit road, let the field go by, and then he can blend on up. This is something that we would typically do in our Tuesday night series, Super Late Model Series, and the Sunday series, ARCA series. Those are our kind of fun series where we get together. We have an absolute blast. We usually all race on the same, race comms, and we like to, talking trash back and forth to one another. But those series, we take things pretty lightly. If somebody gets a lap or two down, we put them back on the lead lap. You get black flags, we clear them. We have a lot of fun in those series. This series won't be like that. This is going to be one of our more competitive series. Still, Mark did not pay attention. You're still going to have the same issue. He did not let the field go by.
Mark, you have to go down pit road and stop and let the field go by.
About to delay the start again. Because he pulled off.
Start again, Jake.
Yeah, because
it's probably too late now. Just go.
And we're back underway here. Oh, Mark just parked it right there. Well, there goes the entire field. It'll sort itself out as long as it gets moving again. It's chaos here tonight, guys. It's chaos. It's chaos. Oh, that's awesome to hear, Papa Ellingson, that you're out there working on Pagan's car right now as you tuned in and listening to the race. Again, awesome to have you guys on board. I can't wait to see that car back out on track and hear how Pagan does this year. We'll kind of circle it back here to the race. And Toby Estes still out front leading this race. Been strong all night long. I mean, he was right there with our early leader, Cy Bowen, and was able to hold right there with him. So we'll continue to kind of watch and see how some of these cars are able to come back up through the field. You see Cy Bowen right now has moved up into that 13th position. Jake Ellingson running up in 9th position, so himself is a pretty solid night so far. There's old Jamie Mullins running in 7th position. Nate Mowers now has moved that 971 up into 2nd position right now. So good to see Nate having himself a good night here in the Next Gen Series. He's followed closely by Ryan Gardner there in the number 22 machine. This first time tonight we're going to call that number 18, Riley Wright, in the M&M's car. Running in 4th spot right now. John Anthony having himself a solid night. Another one of our Goat Locker Racing drivers comes from our series. He's running in 5th position right now. Mike Likens running back in 6th in that number 23 Jurassic Park car. Here comes Jamie Mullins underneath him, making that move. Whoa! And there goes Jurassic Park down into the inside wall. That looked like it hurt, folks. Alrighty, back to the action. So Jamie Mullins moves up to 6th. There's old Jake Ellingson running in 7th position right now. Ralph Blair running in 8th position. Here comes Jamie Barkas back up into the top 10 right now. He's followed so closely by Cy Bowen, as both of those cars are looking to move back up into the top 5. Greg Barnett in that number 38 machine running in 11th right now. And there's Goat Locker Racing's own Alex Cruz in the number 5 running in 12th. James Kaufman, good to see him out here tonight in that number 25 machine running in 13th. And there's Kenneth Pack, who also comes out and runs with us. Awesome to see him out here tonight. And our good friend Tommy Osborne back there running in 15th position. Mark Holyfield is out of the race. I think he's packed up his stuff and taking it to the hauler. We'll get back up front and check in on our leader, Toby Estes, who's enjoying about almost a 7/10 lead at this point in time. Kind of cut down there a little bit as Nate Maurer continues to make up some ground on him. We are down to 15 cars left in the field here this evening, so attrition is definitely starting to set in. Again, to be expected here. A lot of these hosted races go this way. But, now the field's kind of cut down a little bit. we're actually getting some good green flag racing in. Let's see. Again, there goes Jamie Barkas and Cy Bowen working their way up through the field. Looks like Jamie's playing the position of fullback right now. He's upgrading the holes for both of those cars to drive through. Next car in front of him is going to be Jacob Ellickson, Goat Locker Racing number 27. Jamie Mullins is making a move to move up into fourth position, so move the 66 up into fourth. Solid run for him this evening. Looks like Briley Wright is losing the handle on that machine right now. Watching him slip slide a little bit. Again, here comes Jamie Barkas, number 15 machine, followed by Cy Bowen and that number 20.
Yeah, you made that fullback reference, and kind of reminded me that Jake Ellickson likes to tell everybody about all the trophies he won playing football. We'll see how he reacts to how hard I hit him when I get to him.
Keep your eyes peeled, folks. You never can tell, especially in one of these fun runs, what these Goat Locker racing drivers will do to one another. We've been known to beat and bang on each other and just have a lot of fun with it. Good thing Ryan Pendleton isn't around tonight. I'm pretty sure I've given that young man PTSD. A lot of good racing going on right now. The field's spread out just a little bit here. Toby Estes and Nate Maurer have really checked out from the field. I mean, they're both up 2.5 seconds over third place. Ryan Gardner at this point in time. And we got some tight racing from third on back. Those two cars have really taken off.
Dang it. And I just lost it.
Well, you really got to stop doing that, man.
Yeah, got loose off 2. It's trying to get too much.
Let's move Cy Bowen up into that 6th position now. Tell you, Alex Briggs running up there in the top 4 there for quite some time. Got shuffled back here in the field and really hasn't made much progress forward whatsoever. He's still running back there in 12th position. And a damn good look at Gill Insurance Advisor's car, but Alex looking for some speed right now to be able to move up through the field as we've just passed halfway. We are on lap number 51 of our scheduled 100 here tonight. Thanks to everybody that tuned in to watch us here in our brand new series, the Cruising Classics Next Gen Series. This is one of our first recruiting races. It is an open hosted session here, so it was a pretty tough start. Quite a few cautions, but attrition played its role, and we're down to 15 drivers here and really having some great racing right now, Jamie.
Oh yeah, this is fun. And once again, this next gen car is proven to be a handful.
And I think some people like it for that reason, and some people hate it. I have not really seen too many people that just go, it's okay. They're either like, I'm not driving that car, or that car is a blast because it is such a handful to drive.
Yeah, it's a challenge, and I love it.
Yeah, and I think a lot of us, and I'm the same way, and a lot of the guys that came out for our test session last week were the same way. All of us had our hands full with that car trying to figure it out, but we all thoroughly enjoyed it. I love being able to get behind the wheel of a car and actually have to drive the thing. So it's a challenge. It's something new. And then, I actually have to applaud iRacing for the updates they did to this car, because when it first came out, all you had to do was mat the gas and turn left. That you couldn't get the car to spin out. You could hold it to the floor and just drive.
Yeah, see, I never drove it when people were saying it was like that, because to me, honestly, it just sounds boring, so I didn't really want anything to do with it.
Cy Bowen now has moved himself up into third spot. He finds himself 3 seconds behind the leader. But he is the fastest car on the track right now, making great lap time around here. That last time by, he was about a half second faster than the leader.
Yeah, he was probably back there saving the tires while I was punching the holes, so good on him. Smart racing.
But yeah, I mean, I was curious about the next gen car, so I went out and got it. And I think the first place I tested it was Las Vegas, and for 15 laps, I could just hold it to the floor and turn left. Never had to lift, never anything. And you're like, this is kind
Wow.
of this is kind of boring. And of course, fast forward to last week, way different. No way you could do that now. And I tell you what, Jamie, Cy Bowen is moving. He's cut that lead down to 2.4 seconds already, and continues to just be the fastest car on the track by a large margin. Oh, you missed the most important part about this whole thing, Jamie.
What was that?
Cy Bowen is from Indiana.
Another one? Oh my gosh.
That's what his SDK information says. He's got the Indiana tag on him. So he's an automatic entry into Goat Locker Racing. We love it. That time by 2/10 faster than the leader. He has cut it down to 2.1 seconds. So this thing continues to go green. Cy Bowen's going to be the man to beat again. He is fastly catching up to Nate Maurer at this point in time, as he's only about a half second back of him. Really looks like Cy's the strongest through 3 and 4. That last time by, he lost some time in 1 and 2. Well, that time by, he gained a ton of time in 1 and 2. So it must have just been a bad set of corners there. He is definitely driving it in hard. So we're going to see a great battle for second place right now, as it looks like the battle for 10th just changed hand. As we see Kenneth Back and Ralph Blair battling it out for 10th position, with Kenneth Back being able to move that number 12 machine into 10th. Jake Ellingson continues to have himself a pretty solid night here. He's running in 7th position right now. As we saw that last time by, those brake rotors are blowing really good now as he get down into the corner. So Jake using a whole lot of front brake, and not seeing anybody else blowing the same as his is. Well, no, Jamie's going pretty good too. Not like iRacing's going to be that realistic, but maybe you can see it better on Jake's because you've got orange rims.
Yeah.
Super cool though. Cool to see those brake rotors light up. Cy Bowen has made the move now, and he has moved up into second place. He is less than a second from the leader right now. This has just been an impressive run for him after, I'm just going to call it a pit road debacle. I think that him and Alex Cruz just missed the entry to pit road there. Whether it is they just didn't see it come open in time or whatever the case was, so they ended up cycling to the back of the field. And then we saw Cy get in some trouble, came off the corner, got a little sideways. The car overcorrected into the outside wall, again, all the way to the back. And during this green flag run, he's come all the way up, and he's within 7/10 of our leader right now. And had to pass a lot of cars to get up here. So, I mean, Jamie, this has been super impressive to watch.
Yeah, it has been for sure. He stayed behind me for quite some time, and once he got by me, he was gone. I can't keep up with him.
We see you now moving up into 4th position, moving around Jamie Mullins there. So move the number 15 up into 4th. Nate Mauer's holding on to 3rd right now, but I think he is holding on for dear life as he has used those tires up. And the battle between the Mountain Dews is, well, it's there. He is within 2/10 right now. And, well, he's going to put a nose underneath him, as it looks like the number 9 machine cannot get that car to turn down in the corners anymore. And there you have it, folks. Move the number 20 to top spot one more time. Very impressive run out of Cy Bowen here this evening.
Sure wouldn't be mad if a caution came out. As long as it ain't me causing it, I wouldn't be mad.
I'm sure there are a lot of drivers that wouldn't mind it at this point in time.
Because the forward drive off the corners is gone with this car. Feeling good about myself making time on the leaders has now gone away. That side took over.
Well, I mean, oh, and the number 9 has brought his Toby Estes to pit road. So, I'm not sure that he couldn't make it on fuel or what the case is there. Are you guys close on fuel?
Well, I'm showing I can do 36 laps, and we have how many? Well, we'll call it 35 laps. We got how many laps to go? 30.
Yeah, 28 laps to
Should
go.
be good.
He had brought it down pit road, so not sure what the call was there, but WS brings it down pit road for service here. He has gotten his service and he is out. So I didn't think fuel would be an issue at this point in time, but brings it down pit road, and so we'll have to see. We'll just have to see how it all kind of sorts out here a little bit. But it sounds like, Jamie, you're good on fuel to the end.
Hopefully.
Right.
I have to stop on the green.
I mean, looking at when people stopped, I mean, Cy stopped back on lap 29, so we know he's got to be good to the end.
And there's that caution. There's that caution. Don't know what it was for, but
Toby has crashed. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to Toby. He just came out on fresh tires.
that's what happened to Toby.
Fresh tires?
Fresh tires got him. I guess. I don't know. I'm just
Nope, that's exactly what got him. He got out of shape and could not get that car corrected back up, out to the outside wall. Comes to a stop there. And then it looks like he is jumped to the pits, and I think he has called it a night. He has left the building.
Pace car going into 3.
That'll bring everybody down pit road for new tires here. As we see Cybo in his pit stop. Jamie barked blow through his pit stop.
Oh, we even talked about it.
It's just so hard, man. And me and you have been racing for years and years and years and years. And you just get used to a certain thing, and you get used to your marks, and it's just pit box. This is when I start the brake, I apply more. I'm stopped in the box, but this car is so different, and you would think with the bigger brake package and all that stuff, it would stop easier, but it just doesn't.
No. Not at all. Man, I lost 2 spots on that.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Look at old Jake Ellingson there. He has moved up into 3rd spot.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he did that without speeding. He sure looked like he was going over 40 miles an hour on pit road, so. Why he hasn't been black flagged, I don't know. So I think we're going to go and black flag him. What do you think?
Oh, I'm down.
What can we do?
I think that's easily a 2-lap hold.
Yeah.
But as this all kind of sorts out there, and we were in the middle of a very long green flag run there, a lot of great racing. But Cy Bowen is now taking control of this race one more time. He's going to have Nate Maurer starting to his outside. Jake Ellingson, again, having himself a very strong night here. He's going to restart in 3rd. Jamie Barker's back there in 4th. There's old Jamie Mullins in the 66, going to restart 5th. Alex Cruz having himself a solid night here. He's going to restart up in 6th. Greg Barnett back there in 7th. We got Ryan Gardner in 8th at this time. Ralph Blair going to restart 9th. There's good old Jim Kaufman in that number 25 machine running back in 10th position. There's Kenneth Pack running in 11th, John Anthony in 12th. It looks like right now the only car left out here is going to be Tommy Osborne. So 13 cars left on track here, nobody a lap down. It has been the war of attrition here this evening. The lights are out on this pace car, and we're getting ready to go to green one more time. Green flag is out. Cy Bowen is underway. He is able to clear the field here. We're going to see if Jake Ellingson can stay underneath Nate Maurer for second position. Nate Maurer really powers that car up to the outside. Oh, some tight racing for second position here. Nate able to get the power down, clear the 27.
Oh, Jake, don't do that.
Little close call back there from teammates. But everything gets sorted out. And Jake's going to make a charge at Nate again. Oh, misses the bottom there, pushes up. Still able to get the power back down as he stays underneath that 971. Cy loving everything he's seeing in his mirror right now as he continues to pull away from the field. Oh, we got a car sideways, 22 up into the wall. Yellow flag has come out. Ryan Gardner has crashed. Go back and take a look at what happened with him as we're going to see him head off into the corner here. Gets down into the corner. As he comes up off the corner, the car starts to come out from underneath him. Small correction sends it out to the outside wall, as we've seen a few different times here tonight. It's just these cars snap back to the right. Not a lot you can do about it. That is going to put us back under caution here with about 18 laps left to go.
So Mama Alex, and the reason why Jake is showing in the 61 and not his usual 27, because this is a hosted session, not a league race, so you can't assign numbers in a hosted session. You just get whatever you get, whatever you have set as your preferred number in iRacing. So for me, 15 is my preferred number. So as long as I'm the first person that joins this session with that preferred number, then I'll get it. But outside of that, there's no control. So even though Jake is running his 27 paint scheme, for this session he is number 61.
That's some great racing here this evening. Get it for a recruiting race and for a hosted race. I think we've had some fun with it, and I definitely think we've got a couple drivers here that I'd love to see come over to Goat Locker Racing. Been a big fan of Cy here this evening.
Absolutely.
Run a very good race, very clean race, and obviously a very fast driver there. And he's from Indiana, or at least he's claiming he's from Indiana. Either way, if you even claim Indiana, you're good in my book. Sometimes I don't even claim it.
Looks like we picked up another follower. I'm waiting to see the notice pop up. There it is. Lisa1691, 1691 has followed us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks everybody that tunes in on the Goat Locker Racing Network and come out to hang out with us here on a Wednesday night. I know for some folks, usually on a Wednesday night, you're used to us broadcasting from Maple Ridge. Well, we have kind of moved forward past that, decided to launch our next great series, which is brought on a new sponsor, Cruising Classics out of Columbus, Ohio. Please visit them on the web and all that other stuff. Head over to their Facebook page, give them a like. They're doing a lot of great things supporting our veteran league here, and we couldn't thank them enough for being a part of it. But yeah, thanks everybody that tunes in. Hope you're enjoying a good race here this evening. A decent race, I guess. At least you're hanging out with us.
Fun. I mean, this car, it's really a learning curve for everybody. So, I mean, the fact that we've gotten this many green flag laps in, kind of pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, that was a great green flag run there in the middle of the race, and hopefully we don't get too many more cautions here. I'd love to close this thing out. The pace car is off. We're getting ready to get back underway here, and Cy has taken off in that number 20 machine with a good, clean restart. Jake Ellingson and Nate Maurer there are going to battle it out for second position, and then you're going to see Jamie Barkus in the number 15 red gear design company car. Here comes Alex Cruz, as well as looks like Jim Kaufman is around in the back. I don't think it's going to bring out a caution. We stay green here. As the old saying goes, smoke them if you got them. No use of conserving any bit of tire right now, because this is going to be a shootout to the end. Cy continues to pull away from the field here a little bit. Nate Maurer giving everything he can there. Pushes up a little bit there in the corner. It's going to draw Jake Ellingson in closer to him. Here comes Jamie Barkus as well to get up into this battle for second position. One more time, those Goat Locker Racing boys find each other. They are running in third, fourth, and fifth. Alex Cruz still having himself a solid night, solidly there in the top five. Good to see Alex back up here towards the front. Jamie Mullen still having himself a good night as well in that 66 machine. He's running back there in sixth position. I tell you, Jamie always comes out with these real patriotic schemes, and he knocked it out of the park with another one here. Great looking car there tonight. I think you can see the
come on!
Oh, and around goes Jamie Barkus there on the backstretch. Caution flag waves.
That's going to be it.
We'll go back and take a look here. As they head off into turns 1 and 2.
There's exit of 2.
Exit at 2, steps out from underneath them. Oh, my goodness. Hard into the inside wall. Hope the driver of the number 15 machine's all right and was wearing his Hans device, because that looked like it was painful, folks. For as hard as you hit that wall, there's not a whole lot of damage to the nose of that car. I mean, it's wrinkled up pretty good, but it's not horrible.
I got 3 minutes of optionals.
Like I said, it's not horrible. That's going to put us under 10 laps to go. 9 laps left to go here tonight in the Goat Locker Racing Cruising Classics Next Gen Series. Been a lot of fun racing here this evening. Definitely good to see some of these other drivers that have come out, and some of these drivers that have stuck it out. I think really all we got is 2 drivers now left that, 3 drivers left that aren't a part of the league right now. We got Cy Bowen there up and running in first position. He was tonight's pole sitter. Led a lot of laps here this evening. Battled back from some pit road stuff, and then also a self spin there. Got himself back up at the lead. So good to have him on board. As we see Jamie Barkus still sitting there in the pits getting some of those repairs done.
I'm done.
Oh.
I'm not gonna. 10 laps to go. I'm not gonna go out there and mess this up any more than what it already has. That's twice tonight. So let these guys race it out to the end. I was just thinking. I was just getting ready to say it out loud before that happened. How this car is a challenge, but when it's feeling good, it feels really good. Because for those last few laps there, it was finally feeling really good. And then, just with no warning at all, it comes around there off of turn 2. Definitely going to be a learning curve with this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely going to have those frustrating moments for sure. Had some last week there at Las Vegas. We've had some here at Richmond. Next week we're going to head to Atlanta for our second recruiting race, so we'll see how this car handles that track. It's still going to be the old service. iRacing hasn't scanned the new Atlanta yet or any of those types of things, or if they haven't released it. I don't know. I just know it's still the old Atlanta, so curious to see how those cars are going to handle that track. And we're building the season as it goes. So we will have a 10-race season that's going to start the first part of May. And it's going to be a mixture of super speedways, short tracks. We are going to throw the Bristol Dirt Race in there because Jamie requested it. So, but
That is fake news.
fake news indeed. But green flag is back out. 6 laps left here to go tonight to decide this one out. That time, Jake Ellingson really sends it down into turn 1. He's going to move up into second place, so a strong move out of the number 27 machine there. Able to clear Nate Maurer. Pushes a little bit 3 and 4. Nate Mauer's going to get a decent run coming up off the corner. Going to be able to stick a nose under Jake. So those two are going to continue to battle it out here for second position. Nate Maurer sends it down into turn 1, clears Jake Ellingson, and Jake's going to cross him right back over. So these two guys keep playing the send and crossover game. And Jake's going to clear him again. 27 back to second. And there goes Nate Bauer down into turn 1. Well, this time Jake sends it a little deeper on the outside. Able to keep in front of Nate Maurer there in the 971. Matter of fact, Nate gets a little loose coming out of 2. Jake Ellingson has got a couple car links on him at this point in time. And we are down to just 3 laps left to go. And Jake Ellingson is solidly in second place right now. Cy Bowen has left the building as those guys were battling out for second position. He really pulled out to quite the lead here. Jake Ellingson solidly there in second.
Yeah, good run for Jake.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic racing there. It was his last couple laps with Nate Maurer. It was a lot of fun watching those guys throw haymakers at each other. Alex Cruz sitting there in 4th position. He's got Jamie Mullins right behind him in 5th. There's good old Greg Barnett. Good to see him having a strong run here tonight. We'll head back up front as the white flag is going to wave. 1 lap left here to go in the Cruiser Classics Next Gen Series. Cy Bowen in command of this race as he has dominated here this evening. Winning the pole, led a lot of laps early, had to fight his way back up through the field. But once he took the lead again, he never looked back as he heads down into turns 3 and 4 one last time. Comes up out of 4. We'll see the checkered flag and winner here tonight, Cy Bowen, here in the Cruiser Classics Next Gen Series. Jake Ellingson finished in second position on a phenomenal night for the driver number 27. And then Nate Maurer, last season's truck champion, is going to round out our podium here tonight.
Yeah, oh man, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, great group of racing here. But definitely love to see send an invite out to Cy Bowen. I know he was actually, I guess he tuned into the stream here this evening because he was nice enough to let us know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's see. Well, yeah, I'm gonna send invites to a couple of these guys. I see one already bailed. I asked him to stick around after the race is over, so they must not want to join the league. But that's okay.
Works for us. We got enough friends. And my mom thinks I'm cool, so all's right with the world. At least she says. That's what she says. But thanks to everybody that tuned in here this evening. We had a blast. It has been so much fun for us to continue to build Goat Locker Racing, to continue to build the series. Again, we're so excited to be able to announce the Next Gen Series here, to have Cruisin' Classics come on board to be the title sponsor, and really just to sponsor the league as a whole and all the cool things that we're doing. Thanks to all our other sponsors too, Jam Printing and Promotions. We love you to death, Amber. Know that you're recovering well, and things are going well. Can't wait to get together with you and all the cool stuff that she is doing to help promote us. Harry over at Gill Insurance Advisors is a tremendous supporter as well. We've got Redbeard Design Company and Travis and that great veteran-owned business, and just all the different things that come together and make this series go and make our league go. But please tune in tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is Goat Locker Racing's own birthday bash. We are going to do hat giveaways, we've got water bottles, dog tags. We'll probably do some gift subscriptions to our Twitch channel. We're going to celebrate big. We're going to celebrate it during the truck series at Pocono. So we'll have our truck series drivers out there. We'll probably have a couple extra people there as well. But come out and celebrate with us. None of this happens without all the fan support that we get, without all the love and support we get from families like the Ellingsons. It's just been so awesome, and we can't wait to celebrate with you all tomorrow. So, for me, from Jamie, who had a okay night of racing, at least he had some fun. Man,
Oh
we
yeah.
really appreciate it. And tune in tomorrow, and we're going to have a blast. We'll see you guys tomorrow.